When plants gain sentience, one man sees it as a sign from the divine. Others, a sign of the end times. Vote for Mind Plant to see who's right next week.
When some rural kids in Iowa discover ancient creatures created before humanity, they realize mermaids are real. Can they have sex with them? Vote for the mystery so we can find out together next week. Another week, another trip down the untapped check-in river of madness. This is our technically 46th Fast Five, and we've only got 2 more left, which begs the question, why haven't you told your friends about this show yet? Why you keep Seinfeld a secret if you discovered it on TV one night? Stop being so selfish.
Seinfeld. Hey, who started that again? It doesn't matter. John's right. We are fueled by beer and people commenting on our Instagram posts, so please help us out and share this show.
Even if those comments are, why are Harrison's eyebrows so high? Or, does John even have legs? I've never seen them. We'll take them all. My legs are on our Patreon.
Yes, that's right. Legs are extra. Legs are extra. John's legs are gold.
Our Patreon is just daily leg shots of my legs.
They wouldn't accept the feet. So it's just from the ankle up. But yes, all your comments and all your check-ins, we'll take them all. And tonight is sure to be another episode full of surprises. I'm, just happy that we're still about a month away from Oktoberfest being out. Don't get me wrong, I love that style of beer, but it does make for a long night of recording. We have to scroll through 20 different Oktoberfest check-ins to find a beer not named Oktoberfest.
You're right about that, Harry. Merlin's got nothing on our scrolling during the month of Marzen.
Yes, that's what everyone calls it.
Yeah.
Okay, enough about scrolls and wizards and beer. Although those things may show up later, let's pop the clutch on this 88 Bronco wagon and peel out into this week's Fast Five right after we recap last week's space opera time travel soup movie, On a Whim.
Previously on Beer Me That Movie, here's what won the hearts and laughs of the people.
Last week, we opened our brains in tubes, and a time travel web-covered space adventure fell out.
It was probably more confusing than it needed to be, but what classic sci-fi romp isn't?
I remember wrapping that recording and saying almost immediately, like, this was just a movie about how much I want soup.
That's right. The many forms of soup, how great soup could be. This is Big Soup did not pay for that episode, but maybe they could pay us now.
Put it in a tube. Put it in a tube and I'll pay you.
People wanted to decide they wanted hot, chunky, chewy for later.
Frozen.
Yeah, hot and cold on a stick.
Just gnawing on a minestrone.
We're just beginning.
In the summer.
The soup adventure is just beginning for us. Even though it's been around for a couple hundred years, I think it's just beginning, folks. We just barely tapped the reserves of what soup could be, especially when forced to eat it in space. Yeah.
I think it's a good, since we made the movie about soup a lot, it's a good space. If I ever make a space movie with a Hollywood budget, soup is the food that takes us there. Like, you're not growing tomatoes and Wagyu beef. You're just growing whatever you can. And what does that make?
That's
soup.
right. Soup, rat soup, bug soup, poop soup, whatever we got. Put it in some water and heat it up. Now you got a soup. Now you got a stew going.
Technically, it's a soup. Mud?
Technically, it's a soup.
Technically, I think. What's the difference between a soup and a stew? I think someone once told me if the ingredients stand out above the rim of the liquid, then it's a stew.
Okay, I'll buy that. Sure. So maybe on occasion there was some tube stew going on. There wasn't much quality control back there. Belinda was just doing her best. It's a one-lady show, and she was also working quite the side hustle, it sounds like, in the captain's quarters. So all kinds of soup in Belinda's life. But yes, lots to do about soup. I liked how we covered the dangers of sneezing. I like how the future is not romantic and amazing or anything like Star Wars or Star Trek, but basically like just a bunch of prisons out in space, mining, the equivalent to like banging out license plates in a jail in Texas here in the hot sun. And that's what all these people were doing. This was not the fancy ships from the Fifth Element with opera singers from other planets on it. And this is not Floss in Paradise. This was
Basically
like
just
Hyperbelt.
work.
Yeah, just work.
And the idea of economic mobility, or like, oh, well, soon I'll transfer to a different ship and I'll get a desk job. Like,
nope.
When
Good
are you going to
luck.
do that? You're stuck on a hunch right now out in the Kuiper Belt mining ice
right.
asteroids for tungsten.
That's right. Your spine's fused together. You can't do anything but stand up. No sitting down for you. So it was a rough life. But I also enjoyed that we gave kind of the captain was as an underwimmer who made it to the top, and that proved kind of crucial to the story at the end. His adventure that earned him
It's Pluto time.
a spot out of the whim and into the hunch full time was there when Pluto was destroyed and these creepy aliens were first seen. A secret that maybe even like the captain kept himself because of Wimmer's dementia. Didn't want to share with too many people that he even saw what he thought were aliens. But all those secrets came out at the right time and saved the day in the ship, which
I think the
was
Wimmer's
cool.
Pact was a good I would have played that in the movie. I would have
definitely.
There would have been a
That's
couple
good.
of Wimmer's Pacts
Right.
broken.
Right, yeah, but they would have done some ceremonial, and they just grab their junk and hold their hand over their heart, and they're like, "I have to break this pact, but I'll do the proper stance to break the pact and honor the pact as
My
I
heart
break
and
it."
pole.
My heart and pole. Oh, that's right.
It's all I have in this world that don't belong to the company.
That's right.
Tuskex.
That's right, Tuskex. That was fun to make it about Tuskex and keep building out that Giggle Water part of the Bear Me That movie universe. And we did our first space movie, which I think had, you can do space movies a bunch of different ways. And this one, I think our goal kind of at the beginning was like, let's make a Hunt for Red October in space. That kind of was what happened. It was like you didn't know who to trust. It wasn't the cook. The cook, Belinda, was actually there to help, but it was just another constant and really a larger plan put in place by these kangaroo aliens that almost worked if it wasn't for the constants coming together, and then of course the epilogue. But yeah, I liked that. It wasn't a lot of laser fights and wormholes and things like that, which it could have gone that way.
We didn't make Gravity.
Right.
We didn't make that other Nolan movie about space.
Yes, Interstellar.
It was
wasn't
very
that.
like space ballsy.
Yeah, it was space ballsy, and it was really just about like it went small. As big as space is, it's about the ship, the people on the ship, navigating, right? A bunch of disgruntled employees with the clock ticking and a bomb about to go off. So there was definitely plenty of stakes, plenty of adventure, even if you weren't like in a bog learning how to levitate things with Yoda. It was still a space movie. You were learning how to chug tube soup with Belinda, and that's much harder than levitating a rock.
We got future space food. We got aliens.
Rats are now valuable. Maybe the most valuable thing on that ship.
I guess
the rat
clone,
colonies.
not even clone sex. Like,
No.
well, technically, Constant didn't actually follow through and kiss temporal Constant.
Right.
But what would that even be called?
I don't even know.
Alternate
Yes,
dimensions showed
temporal
up and was
sex.
like, I know how to do that better than you. I'd be
That's
like,
right.
well, go ahead and finish me off.
right.
But like, what would
Let's finish us
it
off.
wouldn't be clone. It would be
temporal sex.
temporal.
It would be some huge violation of probably some alien tree you don't even know about. Or
Doc
maybe
Brown
not.
would be like, you can't do that.
Can't
Get out of here,
that.
old man.
Either watch or leave. But either way, be quiet. No, we're taking no comments right now. Yeah, so that was fun to have the constants line up, and then of course have constant 3 be a Schrodinger's constant, but also an evil constant, or at least have some kind of motivation.
Maybe
that
traitorous,
traitorous.
working for the kangaroos.
And I think that was kind of the assumption, and that hopefully the dots, some of you guys connected of like, right, Constant, that version of Constant just made a deal with the kangaroo aliens for whatever. Oh, you want soup? I got soup. on our ship. We can take it over this way, and there'll be no trace. If we do a time loop accident scenario, we can get you as much soup as you want, and you can be on your way. And Constant was the perfect person to do it because, of course, he knew the ship and the soup
and if we
and
subscribe
all that stuff.
to this movie and it's like multiverse theory is real,
yes,
then effectively thousands of trillions of that first interaction on the asteroid happened, and one of those constants was like, "Hold on, buddy, you want soup?
What are you here for?" Right?
You want the Pluto soup?
Right.
I'm your guy. Hook me up. Do you have bolts?
Plenty of soup. Right. Do you have bolts? Because I got to sneeze. And
kangaroos have 2 vaginas. Never mind. I'm on your side.
I thought it was a pouch. My mistake. All right, got it. You don't have no pouches. Great. Sounds good. More fun for me. I'll get you soup.
I'm going to blow up my whole population. I'm going to get you some soup.
That's right.
You just hook me up with 2 of your baddest kangaroos.
Yeah, so somewhere there's an evil constant running around, maybe on the run, maybe just trying to strike another deal with another alien race. That he does have a temporal/time machine, so maybe that'll pop up in a future episode. Maybe not, but it's always fun to play with those epilogues and leave maybe something untied or open-ended there.
It could at least be how the sexy nun gets around.
Could be maybe that same technology or whatever. Yeah, you do. Yes, I think the sexy nuns is a smaller version of that or whatever. Science is just a long way to discovering magic. I think the sexy nun has like a quicker version of it, but it's the same principle. Yeah, that's good. I like that. So that's maybe the first introduction of that technology technically to this universe, even though the sexy nuns been running around with a different version of it for a while. That's fun. What else? What else are we not talking about? The soup was good. Oh, and I thought it was fun. You brought it up, but it's tickled my fancy that is soup the first meal that was made on a whim? It certainly has you can make the argument. I don't know if anyone is recording meals made on a whim in history, but soup feels like that meal. If I got odds and ends of stuff, let's throw it in this pot, and now we've got a whole other meal. I mean, every soup, you make it by yourself, is kind of like, I guess you can plan for soup, but...
You could make a soup intentionally.
But
I was a chef for 10 years,
right,
and we did that pretty frequently.
Exactly.
But at home...
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner with this and this.
Exactly
and
right.
It's going to be soup tonight.
It's going to be soup tonight.
It's like a salad, but more forgiving.
Yes. Oh, my. Way better. Salads stink. Like, soups are the best.
You could do it with a plate of pasta. You could be like, yeah, I got some noodles. I'm going to mash all this stuff together. But if you add even chicken stock and broth it up a little bit, now you get yourself some crusty bread and you're a chef.
Yeah, you're a genius. And even if the whole entire soup isn't made on a whim, I feel like every time you make a soup, something goes in there.
Oh, for sure.
On a whim. I didn't see that tomato in the back of the fridge there. Let's chop that up.
Fit in here.
Boom.
I got a little bit of sour cream left. Right. That's going to go in here.
Let's smell it a little bit.
This old jar of pickled jalapenos. This is going to be perfect in here.
Yes. So
it's a good clean out the pantry.
It is exactly right. So that was fun. That soup was a big part of this universe and indeed has some shared characteristics with whimsical fancies in the kitchen. So wanted to call attention to that. And then, hopefully the time travel stuff didn't get too complicated. It kind of did at the end, but not really. I hope we tied it up well enough, or at least believable enough for you guys to not be drawing in the back of napkins and trying to figure it out. But sometimes that's just what happens with a time travel movie, is we gotta draw some timelines and some jump backs and some crosses and some whatever.
I don't even think time travel is theoretically possible. I'm pretty sure it's nearly theoretically impossible. So, like, if we're going to put it in the movie, there has to be a little bit of acceptance.
Yes.
And disbelief.
That's right. So hopefully you're able to do that and enjoyed having three constants stare at each other thinking, I want to kiss this guy right on the mouth.
I bet he would kiss me.
Just the way I like it. Grabbing my left butt cheek and pulling it up into the right a little. That's the first move. Forget about the lips. The lips are the icing on the cake. It's all about that first butt grab when you pull them close.
Honestly, a butt grab is the best part of the kiss. Just being a giver most of the time.
Sure,
it's
right.
It's still my favorite part. You don't even have to kiss me back. Just let me give you a butt grab hug. You can call it a hug.
That's right. Let's just enjoy our time in the subway together, all right?
I missed my stop, but I don't care.
Where are you going? Is that a taser? All right. So never seen one this close before.
Just on a whim. It just happened on a whim.
Happened on a whim. Sometimes whims get you into a pickle. But that was fun. Space, we did it. We had an adventure. We did time travel stuff. It ended happily, but with a little bit of mystery. And yeah, careful if you get the noodle soup, the lucky noodle soup, and make sure it's a noodle. Because those things can go on for days if it's a rat tail.
Space may be the final frontier, but Beer Me That Movie is the final front beer.
Ooh, nailed it, John. Let's see what we're drinking this week.
Remember that guy at the fair that told you that you were good enough to win the big prize? He also drank beer.
Okay, so this week's beer of the week is actually a beer we've had before, but in a different format. So we had to grab it, had to enjoy it in this fun little bottle. And let me tell you about it. So the beer itself is Garage Beer from Garage Beer, usually in a can.
This is beautiful.
This American light lager comes in at 4%. Pretty simple description. Classic light beer, small batch brewed. Light beer the way it used to be made. Small batches, premium ingredients, cool, refreshing beer. But now it's in stubby bottles. These little bottles, which are so much fun that I think I first saw a Red Stripe in.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right, but I think Chorus has been doing it for a while now, and originally did it in stubby bottles.
He's just fun and great. I feel like a magician with like magic potions.
Yes, right, exactly. It does feel a little magical, a little bit like the beer that Harry Potter would drink. But stubby bottles are neat. They're fun. Quick little stubby beer bottle facts for you.
I was gonna say, like, why doesn't everyone use them, or why is there different bottles, and why aren't these the only bottle?
Ooh, that is good. God, I love a bottled beer every once in a while. It's good to have a bottled beer. So they were pioneered in the 1930s. Coors and Olympia beer actually have a cool Olympia beer. Ooh. It's not even a poster. It's like a print on some wood we found in something. We have it in our house. So Olympia beer doesn't exist anymore, but they put it in these stubby little bottles in the 30s. But kind of more importantly, it became beloved in Canada. It was replaced in the 60s kind of all over by the American-style long neck bottles that we all know today. But interestingly enough, in Canada, they actually standardized the 12-ounce stubby bottle, which meant that because every Canadian brewery was using the same bottle, consumers could return any bottle to any beer store for a refund, and they would send it back to the breweries, which generated a 99% return rate, which is wild. And each bottle, on average, went through a bottling line 25 times in its life. So reused them. It was a universal.
That's better than recycling. That's right.
Incredible. That's true recycling. That's clean it out.
That's
hopefully.
How they made the tube soup.
That's right. It's similar process to tube soup. More sanitation steps for sure in Canada, even 100 years ago, or it's 80 years ago. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. That this was like what used to be universal in Canada, and not just for shits and giggles, but because they could actually reuse them at any brewery. So it's fun, fits well in the hand. It's a stubby, and it tastes great. Garage Beer is solid. It's a great beer. They've been growing like crazy too. It's not just us saying this.
When you first brought them onto the podcast, you were telling me the backstory, and I was like, this is a really cool brand. Now I see them everywhere.
Right. Obviously the Kelsey brothers had a lot to do with raising the national profile, but they had a 400% annual volume increase last year from the year prior. So people are drinking it. I get it. It's beer flavored beer. It's solid. It's not going to change your life, but it is a beer you can kind of sip on all night. So we're going to do that right now in these cool little stubby bottles. So cheers to Garage Beer for making something old new again. And yeah, we're not going to make a movie called Garage Beer. We're just going to drink it while we find the next beer, the next 5 beers in tonight's Fast 5. But before we get to that, a quick word from John and I about some important things.
Democracy in action. Pick your favorite before the deadline.
You know, Harrison, when I sit here in the shed and I edit these podcasts, it always reminds me of the lawless chaos growing up as a kid in the 90s. Yes. Before you could just like fact check anything on your cell phone. You had to rely on unverified playground mythology.
Oh, here we go. Is this about the Sega Genesis code that allegedly lets you play as the sexy nun?
Not quite. It's actually a lot worse. I'm talking about the terrifying rumor that swept through my neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
And maybe yours as well. That if you ate an entire pack of Pop Rocks and then chugged a can of cola, your stomach would combust like a supernova right there on the blacktop.
Oh my God, like eating a 3-day-old cup of tube soup. Wait, didn't we all collectively believe Mikey from the Life cereal commercials died that way? I mean, like, it was a confirmed historical event, wasn't it?
Exactly. We just accepted this as a scientific fact. There was zero quality control on information. It's like how we used to look at the back of a comic book and honestly think they were going to mail us a functioning hovercraft or a colony of sea monkeys that would wear little crowns and build an underwater castle in your mason jar. You'd mail them $5. You'd wait a lifetime, and then you would get a pack of dehydrated brine shrimp, which acted as your first grown-up disappointment.
To be fair, a colony of royal sea monkeys is how I started my first cult. And yes, they all died at the end.
Yes, but look, the point is nobody here is going to mail you plans to make your own hovercraft. We're not selling you cult starter kits or charging you a premium fee to unlock hidden levels of the podcast. Everything Harrison and I do is 100% free, powered by your check-ins and Harrison's beer fridge. All we ask is that you validate our existence by sharing this show with a friend.
Or, mail us $5 in an envelope, and we'll see if we can find some brine shrimp in the shrimp shed.
Please do not do that.
All right, now, put the pedal to the metal, kick this 6-wheeled hatchback Magnum pony pole into maximum overdrive, and let's slice clean through our 46th Fast Five.
Tonight, beer number 1 comes to us from Jennifer, made by Single Hill Brewing.
Nice.
One Hill. The beer is named Mind Plant.
Mind Plant. So,
psilocybin?
That is one of them. Yeah. That's very true.
I guess technically it's a fungus.
It is a fungus. You're right. But the first thought I had, which we probably can't make this movie, but maybe we can.
Okay.
Is that old Daisy Head Maisie Head book where she had like a flower growing out of her head? That's more of a head plant. That story already exists. A plant in your brain would be excruciating.
Oh.
But, so whatever. Take that and sit with it for a minute. The other idea I had, though, mind plant. I mean, that's essentially what they tried to do in the movie Inception. Put some thought in somebody's head. We can't make Inception because that movie already exists.
True, and let's be honest, we can't make that movie.
That would be time travel last week was hard enough. We can't do dream travel, layers of dreams. Jesus, no way. But is there something between the two? Some kind of, like you said, fungus that takes over your mind and changes your thoughts? That's just zombies, but can we do it a different way?
Is it the plant that has a goal, or is it someone that's putting... Okay, so if that's the case...
the twist.
Plants are, I mean, we kind of look at them like, plants are little bitches. Like, we chop them down, we turn them into paper, we turn them into trees, we turn them into the stuff that keeps your grated cheese from sticking together.
Right.
We do what we want with plants. I think some people have sex with them.
Absolutely. And what we could, yes. So what if, but they've also in recent years kind of proven, and maybe even not so recent, that some plants have some kind of consciousness, in quotes. Like they'll react to music, or they'll react to the weather, or they'll grow towards the sun, or they'll grow away from pollutants. So there's some intelligence driving it. Maybe this story starts with the mad scientist who kind of follows that to its end and creates a sentient plant that he mistakes as like, oh my God, I'm talking to the creator. I created a new species. I'm talking to consciousness itself, to the the creator of the universe through this plant. This is amazing. But like you just said, this plant has ulterior motives. It just is now alive on a planet filled with people with lawnmowers that have been murdering all its cousins for 100 years.
You have machines to kill my people.
Right. And it can almost be like that show Midnight Mass, where the priest discovers what he thinks is an angel in a cave because he's a priest, and brings it back to his little town. It's not an angel, it's a vampire, and that thing kills his entire town.
Yes.
It could be like this. It could be like this plant. This scientist thinks he's found the cure to X, Y, and Z, but this plant is like ready to rain hell down on humanity for making salads forever, like for treating it like it's not alive and not sentient. The bill is going to come due, and it's this master plan of this plant, this scientist, the small town, and the assistant scientist that is clued in on what the plant actually wants. And then it's kind of a fun action-y National Treasure type movie where
There's
they
like
gotta,
a gardening club that either is the
Perfect.
only people that can stop it or the only people that work with it.
Yep, there you go.
You
they're
gave me the fertilizer.
Right.
You fixed my people. You grew non-native plants where they shouldn't have been grown.
Yes, there could be some weird alliances with certain humans because of their relationship with plants. All the vegans are dead because they've basically been organizing a mass genocide of plants for many years. So they're the first to be attacked. So there's a lot of fun we can have here, silly things we can do, but that's the crux of it. Plants become sentient and want revenge. This is different than Grass Attack from last week. This is a different movie.
It's not just one man in trouble with this grass. But
Right,
it's
exactly. This is
humans
worldwide. This is
trouble.
Yeah, this is
because,
humanity.
Like plants are slow moving, and if you're listening, Maples, that's true. You can't get mad at me for being objectively truthful.
Right.
But what happens when they all slow move together towards a common objective?
That's it, and we're screwed.
And they grow tall enough to swat planes out of the air.
Yeah, right, exactly. So we get to build that world of what happens when plants want revenge and are led by a master plant leader, the mind plant. How do we stop it? Just kill the mind plant? Is that enough? Is it too much? Is it the roots?
Do we find a way to live in peaceful coharmony with sentient plants? No, we don't.
No, who would do that?
That's a fairy tale movie.
We would turn them all into Impossible Burgers.
We burn the earth.
To space!
Nuke the earth.
That's the worst that could happen.
These plants are not taking over. Right. We are apex.
Where they will blow this planet up and enjoy soup forever. That how we lose Earth? We lose it to the plants.
Cilantro starts attacking back.
It's cutting my lips. It's cutting my mouth.
It all tastes like soap all of a sudden.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So mind plant. We got some questions to answer. If you vote for it, you kind of get a good idea of where we're going with it, though. That's our first beer of the night. See you in a second. Second beer of the night comes from Mike H, for those playing at home. It's made by Treehouse Brewery.
Nice.
Treehouse, big name in the craft beer world. And this one is called The Mystery.
The Mystery.
The Mystery.
Okay.
It's not
a big one.
Colonel Mustard candlestick.
Exactly right. Screw those candlesticks.
That's just clues.
Yeah, this is The Mystery.
The
Bold.
Mystery.
Mystery.
Who ate my damn yogurt out of the lunch fridge? We could go fun whodunit. My thought, I'm drawn to the experience we had with the movie about the video game contest and porn
Juicy
convention,
Bits.
Juicy Bits. I'm drawn to that sort of experience, but here's the high level.
Okay.
If you look at Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Okay.
There's drawings of people with fish heads and alligator heads and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's proof that aliens created us and they experimented and they landed on humans, but they tried a few things.
That's right.
And these kids, where Mike lives in rural Iowa.
Perfect.
They're out in their fort and they're stumbling around and they stumble on a relic from an ancient civilization that is older than Egypt.
Yes.
It's from the aliens when they were first here experimenting with creating life.
Yes.
So it's the mystery of kind of why we exist, who built us, and these kids end up unraveling a little bit of this in the movie.
They stumble. Okay, how about this? Let's see if we want to go here, John.
Okay.
So that all happens. They stumble upon it in a cave. They go deeper in the cave and see that it's kind of sealed up, maybe artificially, and then through a local excavation happening nearby, a random earthquake, something, the cave kind of breaks open. Maybe the kids do something to break it open, shoot a firework in there, whatever.
Perfect.
Then the mischievous one throws an M80 down there, cracks open the cave, and what we discover is that back in ancient Egyptian times, there were still native tribes living in North America,
Sure,
but not a ton of people. So all these creatures they experimented with before they landed on humans, they had to put them somewhere. We weren't just going to kill them. They could have. But what if they put them all in this cave in Iowa that these kids now opened up? And so we've got a tiny town in Iowa filled with alligator head, fish head, dog
mermaids,
head, mermaid people, right? All these myths and legends released into this town, and they have to friggin' figure out what it all means.
do they get to vote?
Right. Can they own a small business? Right. Can they get married?
Can I see them naked?
Right. Exactly. Are they naked? Right. What do they speak? But so they come out and right. Are they? Yeah. So it could be Encino Man-y where it's like, how do we assimilate? It could be more monstery of like, I've got an alligator head man here who's been in a cave for 3,000 years and is hungry. I don't know.
It could even any direction it goes, including treating them like zoo animals and putting on a traveling circus.
Right.
I think it's enough that the whatever alien species originally created us notices, and they're like, "Oh, we got to go back. We got to go back and explain this or clean it up."
We summoned Fred, you threw these guys away. What, you kept them in a cave?
I thought you sealed the cave. They're out, Fred. They're out, and
how did this happen?
Smart monkeys learned about the mermaid monkeys.
That's right, and now they want to have sex with each other, which we should have known because that's all they do down there.
I think genetically they're close enough. I think you know that, Fred. I think you know that.
They do it. It's gonna be a big problem. They're gonna start going to the sea more. They're gonna find all the stuff we did down at the bottom of the ocean, and we can't have that.
They cannot have sex with those.
Those are for us only. Once a year, we go back to those whales. Okay, so all right, I like this. This is great. This could be funny, creepy, scary. We've got aliens. We've got mutant monster things. We've got a small town, 4 boys that stumble upon something they shouldn't. And yeah, they unravel the mystery of maybe why we're all here in the process, and maybe it ends very kumbaya-y. Instead of everybody fighting off monsters, do they come to some kind of peace agreement? The aliens come scoop them up and take them away, and maybe Mike goes with them to be would essentially be the equivalent
of Earth,
right? But to them, to the planet of alligator people, he'll be like, "Oh my God, they have a monkey person! Gross!
Can we have sex with him?"
So it ends well for Mike.
Yeah, he's
possibly.
happy.
As long as you like alligator meat.
The rolling is dangerous.
That's right. Those death rolls mean something different. They're holding on for your life, that's for sure. So we could go all kinds of goofy, weird plays with, but I like the bones of the mystery. Yeah, it could be another great adventure. Maybe we learn a little bit about humanity along the way, which has never hurt anybody. Well, sometimes it does. I don't know.
We'll see if it does in this movie. If you choose the mystery, make sure you vote for it quick, because we're coming right back with beer number 3. It always happens around beer number 3. This one was given to us by Greg R. Oh. And it's made by Key City Brewing Company. Do you know where Key City is, Harrison?
I don't. Key City. What is Key City?
Key City is in Vicksburg,
of course.
Mississippi.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The Key City. The key to Vicksburg. I would have thought maybe Chicago or something, but that's windy. So the Key City is in Mississippi. If that's is that MS or is that Missouri?
So.
There's like
Missouri's MO.
Okay, thank you. We got too many M states here.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of M states.
Yeah, and if we're cutting them down to 2 words, they're also like Mississippi, Missouri. Those are nearly the same thing.
Yes, they are.
Anyway, after that rant, Greg, Key City Brewing, they give us a beer called Death on 2 Legs.
Death on 2 Legs, which is a Queen song.
Really?
A great Queen song. Yes.
Nice.
So, you know.
I, of course, knew that. Of course.
Everyone does.
Who didn't know
Everyone
that?
knows that.
Yeah, I
knew. We all knew.
It's right after the We Will Rock You comes on their album.
I think it is.
Damn, that'd be awesome if I was right.
Death on 2 Legs. And it's a fun picture of what might be a lady's legs in some yellow or red high heels and fishnets. Maybe a man's, who cares? Good for whoever's wearing them and looking
Nice
good.
legs, either way.
Great legs.
High heels and fishnets, you have my attention.
That's right.
And my fear.
And right, exactly right. Grabbing my wallet and my heart and my pole and my. Okay.
We're going fishing.
You're wearing the right outfit for that, so come with me.
So death in any movie I've seen is always humanoid and on 2 legs, so that's
Sure.
nothing new. But the picture, high heels and fishnets, what if death was when you were right about to die? We say your life flashes before your eyes, or maybe you see the Reaper come and take your soul.
Okay.
What if you saw the hottest version of your preferred sexual gender appear, and it was like Megan Fox fixing the car, but 10 times better.
Right.
Really there in the room with you. Like, you might be joking, but you see this incredibly attractive, we're going to say woman because it was checked in by Greg.
Right.
And we're just going to go normal stuff, but death. Gorgeous woman. That's who shows up right before you die. That's the whole movie.
Well, hold on. So, okay. I think I may have a wrinkle here that could fill out the rest of this movie. I like where we're starting. It kind of has the vibes of recent movies like Smile or It Follows or that one, Talk to Me, where there's just some unstoppable force coming after you. And in this movie, it takes the shape of a beautiful whatever that kind of, like a moth to a flame, it sounds like lures you, freezes you. You maybe have a chance to escape death, but you're so drawn in by this beautiful creature, this death on 2 legs, that you stop and the door hits your head off, or the bus sideswipes you, or the the candlestick falls on your head, whatever it is.
Damn Colonel Mustard again.
That's right. So
got him.
So that's got him in the library. And okay, so I like that. What might be fun or interesting or whatever to make it a little bit different is, how about, so we follow a group of kids that Greg is part of, a group of people, whatever.
Okay.
And they start hearing about this, and it's kind of like a relatively new legend, but through talking to, again, a college professor, the old librarian, a priest, whatever, they learn about this ancient creature that almost works like a parasite on death. So this thing that shows up as the sexiest thing ever on 2 legs for you is a new phenomenon that's like hitchhiking on death. And these people could have died, but also could have stepped out of the way of the bus, out of the way of the light, out of the way of the whatever, but didn't, because this thing was there and showed up at the right time to have them die. Have the coin flips 50-50, you die or you don't. They're pushing fate in the direction of death, this thing. And so these group of people figure out that it's not death itself, but something piggybacking on death, and they have to find a way to stop it and restore just the balance of death's going to happen right now.
Just give us back 50-50.
Right, just give us normal death, not whatever this hyper sexy death is.
Not that the odds are against you, death.
Exactly that. So now there's at least something that we and the characters in the movie can stop, because we're not stopping death. I don't think. There'd be a longer, harder movie. But this one, now we've got a curse we can undo, or something we can break, or a witch we can make happy again, or whatever, to right the scales of justice Something like that.
We need to figure out where this creature
Right,
came
exactly.
from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I say creature, but she's definitely going to be cast by Marissa Tomei. Sorry, Marissa's lawyers.
And we're
come at
back,
me.
baby.
She's going to be the sexiest woman you ever seen. There's no question. It's Marissa Tomei.
That's right. Gliding across the floor.
And you're late for work and you're running across the street, and then you see fishnets, red high heels, Marissa Tomei, and the bus coming.
Yeah, just takes you out.
And it's working against humanity.
Yes.
Is Marissa trying to become more than death and collect more souls? Is she indentured to death?
Right.
What do we have to do? First, we have to prove that it exists. First, it starts as like a rumor, like Bloody Mary.
Exactly.
Like
Yes.
kids are like choking themselves out to try and just see her and see how hot she is. Then it's confirmed in Act 2. Then we try and figure out
how to stop it.
How to stop
Exactly
Death's
right.
little hottie.
Yes, Death's little hottie. Yeah, I like that. That'd be fun. That'd be good. Another horror movie, but with a fun twist. And Marissa Tomei's back and fishnet stockings the entire time. So we're all winning there. And we get to see if Greg and the crew figures it out, or if they just get hit by a bus while watching Marissa Tomei bend down to pick up her receipt. And either way, we all win anyway, everybody. So there's no losers next week.
True words. Just send your cease and desist right to beermethatmovie@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. And please leave your personal contact information so we can get right back to you.
Yeah, I'm really take those seriously. Okay, 3 down. We got 4. We got beer number 4 coming up. 2 more beers to do. Our 4th beer of the night comes from David S. And it's made by, oh boy, Cervejaria.
I think it's Cervejaria.
Cervejaria?
Sure.
Peregrinos.
Perfect.
I apologize to Brazil. Probably.
Probably.
So, yeah.
Yep, you're probably right.
I don't speak any language other than English, a little bit of French, and
Barely.
Big Latin.
Oogle and the booble.
Yeah. Irbe Umpanike. So anyways, this is made by a brewery, and it's called I'm the Highway.
Love that. I'm the highway.
That's a t-shirt. That's like, I am the highway. I want to wear that next time I'm on a road trip.
Highway. Tolls are behind me. Tolls are underneath.
And in front of this long line of cars. My thought here is we've never done a movie starring a trucker. We did Dump Truck of Doom,
we did.
but that was starring a dump truck.
Dump truck, different. Like a long distance trucker.
Yeah, like truckers are cool. They're probably one of the most American
absolutely
things that we've created.
Agreed.
And I think they have their own culture and they're underrepresented.
Yep.
So this is a movie about a trucker, and here's my initial premise. When you think of truckers, you probably also eventually think of lot lizards.
Right away.
Which, if you're not thinking that, a brief introduction is lot lizards are professional girls that work in truck stops to help keep truckers not get lonely when they sleep in their trucks to keep working.
Yep.
And in those trucks, they're hooked up sometimes. Like, you got microwave, cooking stuff, refrigerator, Xbox. Like, sometimes those trucks can be pretty chill. But also you spend days in them working to deliver freight. And this story picks up with our trucker, David. I am the highway, meeting what David does. I'll say what David does is he helps lot lizards often don't choose that profession. It's kind of like, okay, I need to live also, and here's a thing I can do to earn money.
Yep.
So David makes it his mission because he never married. He's dedicated to the job and the highway. But what he likes to do is find these women and try and help them and use his expertise on the highway. I'm going to take you over to Michigan. There's a girl over there I know. I'll drop you off with her. She runs a job
shop.
Exactly. We're going to hook you up. We're gonna, and maybe some of them, they do it because that's what they want to do. I'm not shaming sex work.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying not everyone does it because it's their first pick.
Yes, absolutely.
And David has made it his
mission. A bit
mission
of a white knight. Okay, I see.
Not only does he deliver freight, but he's a martyr in his own head, and he uses his job and his expertise to save women.
Okay. And I like this, that he loves the open road. He loves trucking. I can see him. He's what he's always wanted to do. He gets to see America every week and go on adventures and
Colorado moonshine, boonshine, beanshine, two-shine, boonshine, whatever that song is.
yeah, all the shines, all the time. Shine in the morning, shine in the afternoon, shine in the evening. So David's living his dream, but also, right, he sees other people down their luck and he's happy as can be. So why not help them out? Now, for this story, what is going to kind of kick it off? Does he pick up the wrong girl? Does he stumble upon a deal he shouldn't see? Like,
he picks up a girl that's new to the scene.
Of course.
Most of the lot lizards know David, and they're like, "Look, he's not a bad guy. You can go there. You can spend the night in his place, and like he keeps it 100. Like if you need a solid G, David's good when he comes through." And usually they send the new girls over there to introduce themselves. So
David's
he's really hooked up, but he's a good guy. He's a good Christian man.
That's true. Yeah, right.
And he meets this new girl, and she says, she's like, look, I came out here because I got kicked out of my parents kicked me out. I can't afford even community college. I don't know what to do with my life. I just need to earn some money, yada, 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 that story. And David says, well, I'm actually headed to a place, and I know someone that could not only take you in, but give you a job. I am the highway. I know this. And she says, yes, but what happens is she's also running away from a boyfriend. Powerful boyfriend, an abusive boyfriend, a boyfriend with the means to track her down and stay after her. Like, he doesn't want to lose her.
Okay, ruin her life and take away David's dream of just being on the road. I like that. So now, okay, perfect. Now we've got kind of a runaway thriller type movie where, this girl's on the run and David's in trouble. He doesn't even know it yet until the boyfriend shows up in his sweet Camaro with a baseball bat full of nails, trying to smack out David's tires, which would kill him in the Camaro
for sure.
Explode the tire and rip the car in half, but
flip the car over.
But anyway, yeah, I like that. And then he's got no choice to make. David's got to save this girl, and
he is the highway. Like, he knows,
and that could be fun.
The downhill corners. He's on the CB with the other truckers, box him in. Like, the whole movie can't be a chase scene, but
it could be a lot of it. Could be a big, or kind of one of those prolonged chases, like you said, where like he knows where to hide, where to pull off, and he can hide behind this is the biggest truck stop in the county, and I can put my whole truck behind it. We'll pull in here and it'll disappear. So it's a chase, but also kind of a kidnapping, a thriller movie where the boyfriend's trying to find where they are, and maybe there's some booby traps that are involved, and some waitresses at certain diners that also love David that are trying to get in the way, and
sending the boyfriend down the wrong. Oh yeah, they took 87 north for sure.
North, son of a gun! I fell for it again. The wrong road. I trusted a stranger because I'm an idiot. Oh man. So yeah, I like that. But like you said, he's a powerful guy, so he'll have to put up a good fight because David's pretty connected. And we can build out. Maybe the girl, maybe she knows something, saw something she shouldn't have, has something that this guy
maybe
wants.
Maybe the boyfriend's like a senator.
Could be a senator's son.
Someone more power.
Something like that, right? Where, this woman saw a murder, saw a murder that she shouldn't have seen that could be tied back to this senator. So it's not just this boyfriend David's running from, but also like some shady parts of actual law enforcement maybe is on.
David's going to have to be played by Jason Statham in a minute.
Yeah, it's getting to Statham territory where it's it's getting a little ridiculous and it's stacked too much against him. Only Statham can get out alive. We need to call Statham in. Sorry, it's too crazy. We can't do it. Neeson's too old, and we need to get Statham in here before he dies.
Burt Reynolds makes an appearance, of course.
His mustache floats in. Okay, I like this. It's different. It's fun though, and those movies are cool. Breakdown is kind of one of them. There are plenty of Smokey and the Bandit, like all those fun truck adventure movies. This is good. This works. There's plenty enough for us to run through. I'm the highway, and hopefully the highway, David, ends up on top, but it's how they have to go through Johnny Law and crooked cops and shady senators to get there, which is no easy task for just a man in his truck. But
you got to stop at them way stations.
When you're David, yeah, you make it happen, or you try at least to die trying. So we could build out more there and build out that story a little bit, but that's plenty to get us rolling.
Really, it's just an excuse to use the line, I'm the highway, at a pinnacle point in the movie.
Oh, yeah, when he's covered in blood with a machete for some reason.
Now we got Danny Trejo playing the truck driver.
It's all he had. It's all he had left.
Okay, I'm the highway. We got one more beer to bring you coming up next. Our final beer for this Fast Five comes from Rob R., who is blatantly a Chicago Cubs fan.
Yep.
Made by Marlowe Artisanal Ales.
Yep.
Harrison, you've had this before, haven't you?
I have. They're out of New York. They're great.
It's called Eager to Share.
Eager to share. I never am, I'll be honest.
Me
it's
with
mine,
my
mine,
penis,
mine.
my whole 20s. Then 30s.
What's some of this?
I'm eager to share. I love sharing.
I love it. I know this is a communal shower, but
also not with my Mighty Taco, not with my Jim Steakout.
That's right.
Not with
No
any
way.
of my fast food. Just certain things I really wanted to share.
oh yeah, I hear you. Not share everything. Just some
Eager
things.
to share.
Eager to share.
I mean, I
Eager.
think of STDs, like a terrible person
Jesus. Yeah,
with
sure, fuck.
like is basically using it as a weapon. Like,
no.
someone gave this to me, I'm gonna pollute the whole humanity. But
You're the worst kind of person.
here's where I think I can go with this first
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
And it's kind of a feel-good film.
Great.
You know who's eager to share? Are cooks.
Oh, okay.
People that cook food
Yeah.
professionally or as a hobby.
Yes.
I think oftentimes you do it even more than the meal. Like you do it to see the joy that someone has eating something you've prepared.
Right.
And so this would be a movie about like a startup chef or food truck or something, and they're not doing this to become the next restaurant and enterprise builder. They're doing this because their mom was Puerto Rican, their dad was Japanese, and
Whoa.
they've fused these food ideas together, and they just want to share it with people and see them experience joy. So the
Nice.
movie is kind of about them chasing their dream, which is to get a successful restaurant. Maybe they're really driven and they want to get a Michelin star. And they're constantly kind of let down because the food truck didn't take off. They didn't get approved for the loan.
Okay.
And the movie ends up being about how all the sharing that they do has built such a loyal fan base that when they need something, when their food truck wouldn't start
Right.
to get to their big wedding whatever, like one of their patrons was like, I can give you a jump. I can get you there. Like, so they never hit their big goal, but it toward maybe the ending of the movie or something is like how they realize that they've already made an impact, and that was the important thing. And whenever they needed something, it was a fan, a friend
Got it.
that was able to come through and help out.
Okay. And I think the movie needs some kind of conflict, but I can fit it in here and keep it probably happy where so that's everything you said happens, and maybe they just do what a lot of people do where they don't hit it the big time, but they become like a successful small business running this truck. Maybe they get 2 trucks, maybe they open a brick and mortar spot, kind of growing thanks to the kindness of others because they're sharing, the universe pays them back. So they're doing this, this husband and wife or whoever you said. I think Rob though could be like the young son who is supposed to inherit this business that his parents have grown and like almost wants nothing to do with it or doesn't get is this more of a selfish person. And so the story is them, one of those coming of age movies where they're down on their luck, they steal or they do a bad deal and embarrasses the family and they've got to make it right. And they learn along the way that if you're right? Too hungry for success and too driven. You can miss the entire journey along the way, which is the entire point of this whole thing, is to connect with people. And
they sell off a food truck
Sure.
to get enough money to start their Pokemon card collecting business idea. Fails miserably. They
Right.
sell another food truck. Dad's eager to share.
yes,
Wants his son do good.
right, but the son keeps squandering this stuff, and then eventually has to figure it out. And if we end on a happy note, that's how it ends. Of like kind of that he does, and we get another feel good movie similar to what is it, Joint Resolution or something like that. Ones we've done where it's not always monsters eating a town here, folks. Sometimes we can make you smile and talk about food, and but I want there to be some kind of story where someone doesn't get it, and then they eventually, through attrition, through living life and doing all the wrong things first, are like, all right, maybe there's something to this, being a nice person.
Like a lesson learned the hard way that his dad somehow had inherently when he was building this I like the scene idea in my head of like he's going for like a big private equity, and they're having a big party, and the caterer bails, and he's like, oh, I know how to do this. Like my dad, I was raised like this.
Yeah.
And he puts together this meal, and all of a sudden, all the big C-suite people that were at this private equity fundraiser are like, my God, your caterer is amazing. And he starts getting offers to like, will you cater mine too? My daughter's getting married.
Right.
I'll give you $20,000 to come cater that. And he's like, damn, was this here all along?
Right. Yes, exactly. Yes. It was right under your nose. If you can smell it, you can do it.
It's a soft meatballs. Cook them in the sauce. Don't put them in the oven.
Cook them in the sauce, for goodness sake, folks. All right, that'd be fun and a little different for us, and we can make it happen if you guys vote for it, of course.
Yeah, it's going to have to survive because now we're 5 beers in, we're 5 movie ideas out, and you know what that means?
Death! Sorry, I sounded a little too excited there. I mean, we have to eliminate one now.
And by we, I mean you.
Oh, son of a gun. All right, to the chopping block. Okay, so to recap, we have Mind Plant, where plants become alive and try to take over the planet. The Mystery, where some kids discover mermaids and alligator people and all sorts of things, and maybe the mystery of life behind all that. Death on Two Legs, as sexy Marissa Tomei and Death team up to ruin a lot of lives. I'm the Highway, with David and his runaway girl who are over their heads. And then last, Eager to Share, where sharing is caring, and caring is the only path worth taking.
And the meatballs are soft.
The meatballs are soft, some supple meatballs.
We're gonna love our
We
soft,
all
supple balls.
want.
My wife loves your soft, supple balls.
But he does me sweaty balls.
You really gotta start a catering business, kid.
Yeah. Oh, catering. Right, got it. All right.
Yeah,
That's what you meant.
your wife also loved. Never mind.
Oh my God. Different kind of business. So for me, man, I want Mind Plant and The Mystery
Same.
and Death on Two Legs to stay. It's going to come down to I'm the Highway or Eager to Share, John.
Oh boy. Mind Plant's great. The Mystery, love that idea.
Yeah.
Death on Two Legs, Marissa Tomei.
Exactly right.
I'm the Highway I like because it's a trucker movie, and we haven't done a trucker movie genre.
That's right.
Eager to Share I like because it's an opportunity to kind of do
A little different.
yeah, it's different. Then I'm gonna say if I get to pick one that's no, you kill him. But if I
you
get to
pick the one that
if I
lives
get to
and
say
I'll
like,
kill.
oh honey, but my favorite is I'm gonna say Eager to Share is
All
the
right.
one that I think has the most promise of beers number 4 and 5.
All right, fine. Then we will not kill, but throw into the vault for now. I'm the Highway. So we're going to keep Mind Plant, The Mystery, Death on Two Legs, and Eager to Share for you guys to vote on next week.
And that does it. That is one more Fast 5 in the books. Now it's up to you to vote for your favorite movie idea and do that now We need to get our Zag on next week.
And until then,
Peace.
punch and give me your
softballs.
Give me those softballs. Delicious.
Just don't give them to my wife.